Yay, I'm live. I heard the notification for that.
Maybe I noticed this before, but I forgot. I thought Raven was slapping her face in misery, but if you really take a close look at her mouth, she's actually laughing too.
Yeah, she's laughing, which is... We can say this is after they defeated her father. Then I can see her laughing afterwards.
Yeah, after they defeated Three Guns.
Because... And they have to defeat the fourth gun.
Hmm?
But yeah, hello everybody, I'm Percy, and I'm here with trestwho, who is not the author of this song.
I'm not? Oh man.
Ah. No, this one is written by trestwho, who is letting us read this. Even though this is much slower read for me, because all the chapters are longer, and they are much more packed. Let's just say it like that. But also, yeah, there are more guns in there.
They returned to Gotham.
They tend to Gotham, and also we have seen some scenes from inside the snowcombs.
There's something else about maybe citizenship certificate or something.
Yeah, we saw the remains of Remnant, and us playing chess with Brainiac.
Yep, that was that too. Towards the end there.
Yeah, so it seems like we are still continuing on Remnant side of the story. I mean, yeah, we have to see what they are doing. It seems they are fine, even though they are currently just waiting for the doom.
Yeah, what if there was like 17,000 word long description of them twiddling their thumbs, including Brainiac?
Yeah. I mean, this is gonna be a new revelation that the kids are fine. They are somewhere.
Yes, but only Ozpin found that out. Unless you're going to count Brainiac, he knew that a while ago.
I mean, I believe he has some team members who he can share this information with.
And actually, there's something else. Brainiac's information is limited too. And for the Remnantian sake, that's kind of a good thing. They only know they escaped his clutches. That's it. It's just a giant question mark after that.
Yeah, I even in the beginning, I thought that if Brainiac knew where the kids are, he would be here by this time. A long time ago, he would be there.
Unless he's busy gathering pieces of candy along the way. And for all they know, the mother box delivered them straight into a sun, and they just have no information to dismiss that possibility.
Even if he knew where they are, he is not in a rush to get them. There is still a lot of pieces of candy in the universe, and they said, and you said,
yeah, it's quite possible. If he went straight for the mother box, he passed up a bunch of pieces of candy that he's going to have to backtrack later on and go back and collect it.
Yeah.
And maybe, according to Brainiac, at some point it might even be too late to go back and collect the pieces of candy because he thinks something is collapsing about that civilization. Therefore, he wants to rush in to preserve it before it's gone. So, according to him, there is a point where it's too late.
Yeah. But also, even if he knew where they are, he would think like, they are on a low-level planet. They can't even travel to space normally. So, they have nowhere to run.
I think that if he knew exactly where they were and the situation around them, the most he'd probably do is send some drones after them to try to collect things from a distance, while his main forces collect everything along the way.
Yeah. I mean, probably Earth is on the list of death planets as well, because we know humans are on that planet and they are the worst infestation a
In the
planet can have.
meantime, sounds like Salem is just causing problems for everyone, Brainiac and the Remnantians, which is not out of character, of course.
Yeah. But I would say let's just start. Let's see where we are going with.
Brainiac did ask the right person, too, for some information.
I mean, if you want the information, then you should ask the Wizard of Oz, which Austin is made in the image of.
I don't know this for sure, but even if he had a chance to interview Salem directly, maybe Osmond still would have been the more cooperative of the two.
Yeah, I would say yes, indeed.
Okay.
So let's see. Chapter 19. Coming home, Roost. And yeah, this really sounds like a home music. Oh yeah, wait, I am... Oh, yay, I'm not in arena mode. Give me a second. I hate when it does this.
Oh, hold on. Do you need to copy some words so you can quickly find your place again later?
Not really.
Okay.
Let's go back to beginning. I don't
Well,
know why it does this.
The fact that you're at the beginning of the chapter probably helps.
It is here. 2. And we are going down, down there. Almost. One more.
Control file
Yeah.
chapter 19.
It's right here.
Okay.
There we go. Then they will reach side. I should get up yet another destroyed street of weird. From a line the experiment. Shot of glass is sitting under the artificial sun. Moving her run back and forth like a conductor. In the rush and the pieces slowly came together. True enough, the state was back to working order, but at least close approximation of it. That's a hard one, by the way, for non-English speakers.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, not many, I think we, in Hungary, we have like 2 words which have X in it. And one of them is X. Twitter.
Saying the word X or the sound X?
No, it is, Twitter. X. Now, I know there are multiple different names and other stuff like that, but we don't really have too much.
Well,
in X.
Aside from using the letter X, I believe the sound is EKS.
Yeah.
X. Yeah.
X was visible, and some of the buildings attempted to collapse. But she didn't have the time within herself to go further. There was only so much of a semblance it could do to repair the damage. Peter, I'm finished. She put it into her radio. Peter? Oh yeah, Peter is the husband, who really looks like a husband. He has a blunderbuss. And the mustache. If I remember correctly.
Does he have tri-guns?
No, but he has one gun, and which is an X.
Okay.
Can I pull up Peter? I hope I remember correctly. Yes, it's him. It is him. Oh, I remember. There you go. It is Peter. He's one of the teachers.
Oh, jolly good fellow.
Yeah, he is a history teacher, by the way.
Okay.
Let's go to here, Glenda. And the hunting teacher as well. Peter replied. What's in Moise's voice now? No, wait, no, he's not the history teacher, that's the coffee guy. Sorry, my bad. He is just a hunting teacher who actually teaches you biology and anatomy of the game and how to hunt them. I'm making my way over to you now. Of course, I will see you then. In the said, turning the radio off. Placing the device into a pouch, found a flat metal bench and sat on it. He looked out over the seat.
So they got professors for against the Grim Arts teacher.
Yes. I mean, in Rumi and others were taking huntsman school. They were literally learning to become huntsmen. Against Grim.
Officially speaking, do they have any other actual duties besides hunting Grim?
Yes. Just like first officers.
That's what I thought. You're gonna put that much emphasis in combat training and then only specialize in exactly one thing, and then just shrug your shoulders and be bewildered if any other problem occurs.
No thing no upgrade criminality, no have children cross the street, they do take a cat down the tree. So the normal everyday problems as well. So what their main mission is hunting down him in problematic areas.
Sounds like pretty standard heroic stuff.
Yeah?
Do the villains have academies like that too?
We don't know. They do have a group.
Yeah. The answer is possibly yes, unless there's like direct apprenticeship training instead. But I don't blame you. You know, first of all, you haven't finished the show. But secondly, for a villain academy, are they just going to put flyers all over the walls for that? They're a criminal organization, so they're likely going to stay a little more underground.
There were two criminal organizations that I know three about them. There was one who was just normal, doing normal thievery. There was the White Fang, who was actually trying to get how they called? I forgot the fullness. The half animal, half human creatures, their rights back. They are fighting for that, and they went on the rogue side and starting fights. And the Salem side, who want just to see the whole world in ruins.
I take it about 2 out of 3 of the things you just mentioned had sophisticated aura training.
They all, yeah, I mean, the teams do not necessarily have too much. But they, some of them still had me. I mean, the leaders definitely had.
Well, of that faction that's not aura trained, do they still have some sophisticated skills like swinging around cities like Batman?
No. They were just organized crime. They are like, they were literally the ex-mafia from, whatever what it called, the Shaolin Showdown, or, no, not Shaolin Showdown. Kung Fu Hustle, that's it. I don't know if you have seen Kung Fu Hustle. You have seen Kung Fu Hustle, right?
Oh, they sound like lower level criminals, but not the lowest. That might be the easiest would be like a street thug that's starving and has a small little knife.
I mean, there you go. Open up. it's a low quality picture, but they literally had accent and they literally are the
My,
accent. It is
okay, I
a
remember.
reference.
Oh, it very much so. Yeah, I remember you bringing this up before. Their attire, their style, the choice of weapons, everything. It's just a straight up the axe game.
Yeah, and they were just normal human beings, no,
Okay.
not really anything else. Yeah. He looked out over there, that's it, in inside. Think, it happened here. In the muse. Think back to the time of 2 days, 2 months before. So it is 2 months after the whole thing. We get the first time, we get how far we are from the first
I'm gonna
attack.
assume this time is synced up with the other story, but that's no proof. Um, the rest of the Remnantians on Earth could be as much as maybe say 4 months ahead, and we're looking 2 months ago at the this side of the story. But I doubt it.
I mean, oh yeah, by the way, how do they know how the time moves if they don't have a sun and the moon anymore?
Digital clocks, perhaps, or something like it within the world.
I mean, yeah, but when you don't have an actual something that you actually see, you will lose your time.
Easily so. I can actually imagine that's like what it's like in the bunkers at the Fallout series. Uh, Putting their social experiments aside, you are away from sunlight for so long that you may have entire generations grown up in there who never saw the outside. So, what's the point in tracking down time unless it's to organize within your society? Go here and open up your bread shop at between this time and this time. I mean, that's probably the only point and reason to keep track of time in such an isolated environment. You can also say the same thing about an entire civilization growing up in the middle of space, be that a space station or a ship that's trying to cross across the galaxy over a period of thousands of years.
Yeah. Now I imagine Mr. What's the Maniac? Yeah. Mr. Maniac giving them sunlight from a little lamp, which is just
Actually,
moving around, letting go.
didn't we just hear about fake sunlight in an earlier paragraph here?
Uh,
Look for the word sun or sunlight.
I'm not saying any.
Yes, it is. Artificial sun on the second line of the first paragraph. The first paragraph above. At the beginning of the chapter, the second line. Further up. The very first paragraph
Oh, the very
of the
first
chapter.
paragraph.
And the second line of that. Glistening under the artificial
Oh,
sun.
so they literally have an artificial sun now. Okay.
Perhaps, but does it ever set? We haven't established that. Maybe it's just always on.
So
Would you grow plants with an artificial sun? No, maybe.
Maniac is celestial for them. He moves the artificial sun around.
Celestia would likely be insulted by the comparison or amused. And as for Brainiac, he'd have no emotion or reaction.
Yeah? Yeah, because, I mean, it makes sense because he wants to, look after them, how they would react in normal circumstances. When they have the sun, the moon, and everything. He
If they
doesn't
lacked,
plan to kill them at the moment.
if they lacked that, then they'd have to have their own artificial light sources, or just completely stumble in the dark.
Yeah. It was in this very spot that young Kobe Howard was captured by Brainiac. The teammates launched a desperate attempt of rescue. None of them knew what befell the two teams, but part of Glinda didn't want to know. He doesn't want to know that what Hogwarts Brainiac inflicted on them. As she signed successfully, a pair of Rosenborg Milner from her thoughts. Turning around, she saw Peter and Paul walking towards her, singing in the repair's head. I must say, my good work here, Glinda. During the cat, trying to lift her spirits. It didn't work, obviously, but Glinda rose to her feet all the same. Thank you, Peter. It literally is what Glinda is doing. Sitting down a table in a room where Tank went through.
Exactly does she do it? Do you have any idea how her powers does that? Just
I mean, it
repair, reverse time, some kind of telekinesis.
I think it is. I would say it's more like reverse time, but it can be just like this as well.
Has she ever done that to a person? Or reverse the flow of their wounds?
No, but she did use some kind of barrier before.
Okay.
So it can be just.
Did the barrier look like a bubble?
No, it looks like a hieroglyph. I mean, not hieroglyph. Just like a magic spell in any game. Relief.
Well, the Glinda from the Wizard of Oz seemed to specialize in conjuring bubbles, which could be maybe more threatening than you might expect, but it doesn't look that threatening.
It was more like this.
Okay.
That is literally in the first episode, I think.
Oh, well, yeah. They got rowdy students in their academy.
I mean,
so that would come in handy.
That time, Ruby was not yet a student of the academy. This was literally when they were recruiting her.
Well, then Ruby's very fond of that outfit.
Yep, she wore it for a long time. With different changes.
You know what animators say, it's easier to draw characters when they don't change their outfits that much. Otherwise, you gotta do it all over again almost from scratch.
No, fully from scratch. Thank you, Peter.
But across the duration of the show, I'm pretty sure they have occasionally changed their outfits.
They did. I mean, they didn't sleep in this outfit. For sure. Thank you, Peter. We told him as she walked back toward the beacon, following his behind her. He decided as he kept pace. More than anyone, he and those people were working tirelessly to harm the city of Wien the best they could. Whether it was repairing the physical damage or simply talking to the students. It must have been exhausting with very happy music in the background, so let's just warm into living normally.
Or maybe just serious.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Mellow would be okay.
This is fine. None of that to me. It's not me that. Oh, I'm happy it's sunshine.
I find that very interesting spelling for the word crow. Coming up.
Because that's the name of the guy. It is not a crow. It is a crow. The uncle of Ruby.
Spell it with a C or K.
No?
The sound.
This crow. Must have been exhausting. Where is Crow? Good that. And Peter shook his head. I don't even have to read on to know that he is at the crowbar, his favorite place, and he is drinking.
Crowbar. Okay, that's funny.
And that crowbar is actually fast with the sea.
What is it gonna do when they run out of alcohol?
We don't know. Ask Maniac for some. The usual spot? Yes, one. And in the front. You're surprised, but it's a monitor nonetheless. Still, with Austin inside Maniac's ship, yet again, the most knew there was only one way for him to get back. If they were lucky, they might be able to lift his spirits, knowing that with it.
It just occurred to me. You got a couple of characters here. One of them named Raven, another one named Crow. Interesting.
Yeah, they were literally named after the black god.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they are brother and sister.
I
So,
looked up the difference between those two birds, and they are almost identical. One of the biggest differences is the fact that the raven was bigger and also didn't travel in as large of a flock.
the difference is that big. Basically, that's all. And where they live. We are here, in the cat, and they told in front of a makeshift wall. Hanging in the one, in the box forward and open the door. Inside she was eaten by a repugnant smell of tobacco, vomit, and the brothers knew what else. It's funny how they have the brothers, and in other people they have the sisters. As David and God.
Sure, they should get together, play poker.
Maybe they are. I told most was she recognized and what she did not, that in most or chat, they can wait as human and pull the sweat to tell them things. Ugh, I can't believe I was named this off. He didn't complain, and I agreed with him. The supply of good grassy alcohol was quite limited, most bustling. There you go. Was he meant to try their hand on moonshine? I still don't know. I know that moonshine is alcohol, but I don't know what kind of alcohol it is.
Me neither, but I heard of it.
It sounds like the very cheap, very
This might not mean
fast-made.
anything to you, but the kind of culture I hear most associated with moonshine is something called rednecks.
Let me see. Moonshine. Usually illegal. This make them. It seems. And in some countries, moonshine still illegal to sell, import, or own without permission. Oh, so that's why I don't know much about it, because we don't really have it. And they are made with makeshift stuff, so yeah. It is cheap, bad liquor, and it is illegal, and now, I mean, it was illegal there as well, but probably is not anymore because they passed away something. They don't often run pretty, but after a while, a few thinkable, if not possible, brews emerge. So they were literally making alcohol out of anything they could. That didn't mean they were pleasant to drink, not smell. Found them. It's a whisper, something pointing at the most or in front of, in the far corner of the room. Then the follows it on, finding both Crow and Taeyang sitting by themselves, nothing bottles of moonshine in their hand. As I put it, the two seekers made their way over to them, coming in front of the table. Slowly the two men turned their heads to regard them with cold, like expression. In the heart broke every time she saw it, even after seeing it so many times. But luckily, Austin may have some good news to stop them from dating. So it's a time now. It's the time. For 5 years. Oh, only back up with him. So this is literally been during the chess game.
Maybe my mind flashed over to Wacko Warner at the end of the episode. Like, it's that time again.
Unfortunately, yes. It's Rachel. Go look at them for a few more moments. The side is crucial to let them sit down. I stay silent, regarding Gilda until he finally found it with himself to switch over as well. Suddenly, Gilda sat down. The table descending into heavy silence, while I tried to read heavenly. It was definitely not a heavenly silence, more like hellish.
As a concept, that does exist. It's probably relaxing.
Yeah, but this is literally hard for her. I mean, they look at Palm Hellhorse most of the time. Hello, Green. Oh my goodness. Lisa turned her head to regard the young woman wearing a tall hat and black dress. The usual for you and Peter? Yes, Martha. And Junior, oh my god. Oh, Junior is here. That's a name I know. So I guess he changed professions from basic talk to actually working citizen. He was literally the leader of the X-Gang. That's Junior right now.
Okay.
Just to make more sense, there you go. Of course, Mitty and Malachite? Does he put him what? Wait. Malachite? Then I might have known that one.
At first, I thought I read that as Machete.
Yeah, we have seen her. I should have known from the letter like that. He was in the trailer. So I guess I don't know if the assistant. I mean, when I heard the Malachite part, I obviously remember them.
Bringing up these pictures that you do, it's kind of like looking at a novel that has pictures in it.
I mean, sometimes they do.
Yeah.
So they literally worked in the bar to begin with, so they are not in that bar anymore. They are not in the core bar, they are in the other bar where Yang visited to learn about Haven.
I rarely see it in film fiction, but it is possible to embed pictures in the middle of the document. I typically put those things in the author's note, though.
Yeah, I have seen them, yeah. Mitty and his Malachite literally walked back to the bar, When coming back with the bottle filled with room temperature water. You shouldn't leave the bottle. You break it, you are paying for it. I know the rules, Miss Malachite. You know the rules, and so do I.
Well, they got one person here that might be able to repair the bottle if they broke it, right?
Yeah? You reminded her of the former criminal crowd. Avoided that crowd. Let's go.
I just thought of a funny idea, though. If you get Glinda drunk, and then they break the bottle, then she tries to repair it, but because she's drunk, she doesn't do it quite properly, so it ends up looking like Discord's lamp.
Huh.
And you could bring up a picture of that, too.
I can bring up another one. Which is more to me. There you go. That is the repair work that she would do.
Okay.
That is from Ace on the end. That should not say I am in there.
I can fix it.
Don't worry, I've got it. I was talking to him.
Who said that? Probably not Peter. He's the one that last spoke.
No, the former kid I found and pointed at Cole, I was talking to him.
Okay.
So it was Malachite. I mean, yeah, Cole is the one who was drunk. With that, Meteor walked away, leaving the table in silence once again. The four former guardians of Hamlet pondered what to say, but none of them had the urge to speak first. It was almost becoming unbearable, so Peter cleared his throat with a mighty cough. I imagine that. Well, hanging out in a local pub that at least reminded of a time when he began, and I decided to shoot him a look. He came back, he decided himself. And I looked away. Ah! That is why I remember him being the history guy. Because he talks about his own history.
Well, it's kind of a history guy then. And what if he's ever said to the students, pay attention, all this will be on the test?
I mean, I remember saying it in the reaction as well that he is the type of teacher I would respect and not do anything else in the lesson would actually listen, because they are telling stories of their own things, which actually lead back to the lesson they are trying to do. Yeah. Pretty much so. The message is saved. Peter frowned and looked down at the table before taking a swig of his water. It is his power, but it has to do. They then heard a ping inside the bar, followed by several clicks of dozens of safeties being switched off. Linda turned to face him and Sparta. He saw that every single petal was aiming at their guards was professionally forged and makeshift, and more specifically, the female figure that walked through it. Everyone ignored all the hateful glass, knowing they wouldn't do anything. I mean, they can't really do anything. Raven goes back to his sister, who imprisoned with him for behind her mask. Missing her hand on him, he leaned slightly back. Hello, brother. Look again. I can't say I'm surprised by how you have fallen, said the one who was working with Brainiac. Funny, I could see the same thing to you. The ocean back. When Haven made a check out at his thought, Ocean to his feet. All someone stupidly. It got him to the Haven again as well. You'll not attack remain silent to be told, staring at Haven with mother's eyes. Although in Ty's case, it was a mixture of complex emotions the killer could never hope to fully understand. I mean, once again, in this case, I cannot blame Raven for helping Brainiac. This is often the whole remnant was captured. He didn't have them before.
But what if Crow had his Absol right now? Because Brainiac paid that world a visit too.
I mean, yeah. I mean, even the Pokemon world is something that can be ruined very easily, just by a 10-year-old trying to capture Mewtwo.
Wouldn't call him the one that's trying to ruin things. There's actually the closest that world's ever come apart to falling apart typically was because of some battle between legendary Pokemon, and some of them had something intrinsic to do with their reality.
I mean, all of them.
Like
literally, all
like
of
maybe
them.
maybe one of them controls a very important element in their world, and if that went haywire, then yeah, there could be a cascade effect. There's probably a Pokemon in there that control the flow of time. So what could possibly go wrong with that, huh?
I mean, we had this. Kind of right now. Do we submerge the whole planet in water, or do we stop all water from existing?
Yeah, that red Pokemon in there, I actually saw on some online site. It is the most powerful Pokemon in the entire game, and strictly speaking, in terms of stats. Um, and I do believe it mentions something like it might be the size of a kaiju, which then
It
makes
is
the
a kaiju.
stats. Yeah, that makes the stats absolutely understandable.
Yeah. I mean, it was the legendary from that one.
And by let me also rephrase the most powerful capturable legendary Pokemon.
In that game. In this
Actually, all of the games. That Pokemon isn't in some of them, but for the ones it is, it's the strongest. With the most total points in its stats.
I'm pretty sure there is some which have more stats. I mean, not that. But he is one of them, that's for sure. Because these are the highest stats.
Okay.
From all we know.
A bunch of them are not familiar. One of them looks kind of lazy.
But there is one who is a little bit too higher than that. and I don't know if it's capturable or not.
It's probably existed in the lore of Pokemon. Some that's just so strong you cannot capture them.
But this thing
It
is a
really,
little bit stronger.
yeah.
With more than 1,000 base stats. I didn't play that game, the Celestial.
Oh yeah, you left off where you highlighted.
Yeah,
That.
I did highlight it, don't worry. I have a miniature card that is called Push up to his feet, on some birds openly. Peter goes him, putting him like that as well. When that tiger remains silent to retort, staring at him with mother's eyes.
Actually, this is all familiar. Maybe you're on the next
Yeah,
paragraph.
maybe, it's fine. Although entire cases were a mixture of complex emotions that Linda could never hope to fully understand. I suggest we calm down. Officer Anderson. Focus to Raven, Linda had hardly even his ultimate arrival. And to her surprise, found him to be completely unharmed. Oh, because usually Brennick was later torturing him for information, and he... Yeah, even Brennick was kind of surprised that he suggested the chess game for information.
Well, the next paragraph would have talked about that.
Usually he goes back with either a haunted expression or pain limb. But now, he seemed almost joyful. Indeed, the last thing I want to do is to hurt my baby brother, he meditated. He then started to face the rest of the petrol, who awkwardly faced back as a formality. Her sister Melanie Malachite and Harry Jr. Chong. Going under her mask, Raven walked towards them, who stand back with upsetting his off. Get the hell out of my mall, he ordered, and Raven smirked too, lifting up her mask out of her hand to expose her face. Raven reached over and grabbed a bottle from his shelf, opened it against the counter, and ate it all in one go. When she was finished, she wiped the excess off her mouth and turned the bottle over her shoulder, glass shattering against the splintered wood floor. And that is already a bad move, because I'm pretty sure glass right now is more expensive than actual alcohol. It is a very limited resource. As you wish, he moaned, then turned around and walked through the portal he created. It closed behind her, leaving the ball pointing in the ground and an empty space. Starting, Julia hosted a matter rocket launcher, and they can look towards Joe. Okay, now we have some information. So, Raven cannot go to Yang anymore. From all I know, she can have 3 people to the portal. She can link up to 3. And one was Yang, usually. But now it is Crow, Austin, and Brainiac. So she literally deleted the link to Yang. Maybe out of actual defense mechanism. She can say that, yes, but sorry master, I cannot go to my my daughter because I needed the slot for you to open the portal. So I don't have her on my call list anymore. I might misremember. if she can only open the portal. Let me just see. Go to timelines. He can also allow other people to report us. No, that's not the one. Okay, I misremembered because today he had more than at least 4 people. I don't know where I got the 3 people limit from. Then. So she might still have the portal to Yang. As you wish, she moved and turned around and walked to the portal she created. It was behind her, leaving the ball pointing the gun at an empty space. Yelling, Julia thought that it meant her cat launcher. They looked towards Cole. You are paying for that, he said, and Cole sighed. I mean, that's your luck, Cole. Remember, you have your semblance. Just put it on my tab, Cole said while waving his hand in a circle. Olympic shook his head.
That reminds me of the time that Human Trixie was yelling at Rainbow, "You'll pay for this, Rainbow Dash!" And then she peeked back in the store like, "No, you will if you want to buy that guitar."
Yeah. This won't be necessary, Cole. Turn it up, and we got to pay for it. Office didn't. I don't care who does, just want it done. Austin nodded. Now he into his pocket and pulled out a small dust crystal fragment. Nearly at the I see the crystal fall outside the city. They nodded. I mean, yeah, now the dust is a very limited supply as well. Austin nodded back, then turned towards his colleague. We are going back to Beacon. All of us, including you too, Cole and Ty. Go home and raising an eyebrow. Ty stayed silent, wondering what Austin wanted to speak about, but didn't find it in himself to really care. Without saying a word, he rose to his feet alongside his fellow patrons. Dumped a few last fragments on the table to pay for his time alongside Cole's small pie, a small pile, not pie, and then left.
I can actually see 2 issues that Ozpin can bring up, and I actually bet it's going to be both of them.
From the yes. Oh, and Peter? Austin yes, and they left the building. Yes, Austin? And boss bring James and Winter with him. There is something I need to share with all of you. Let's see, oh, okay. There's gonna be a small, there's gonna be time skip later on. So we can do this small one. And now we can have happy music, I would say.
Yeah, make it overly happy music, like, kind of to an annoying degree.
No, we can just go back to this one. They were alive! That was the only thought racing through any of their minds right now. Tim told me and Juniper were alive. Not only that, they had somehow managed to escape. News apparent material many were registered on their mind, even if Osprey was only almost certain of it. Are you sure? I demanded. Nothing nodded. 100%. You better not be motioning me, old. Organization. I am not Crow. Ulysses, along with the rest of the team, Ruby and Juniper, are alive. Where they are, I do not know, and it is better that I do not know because then Phoenix will know as well. How do we know Maniac isn't lying? James S. I think his metallic hand across his beard. The matter was on left one, and it was something that Austin himself had been ruminating over ever since that first game. I mean, he has no reason to lie. That would be illogical, right?
Okay, read the next sentence.
He had no reason to lie. Yeah, to me. At least not in this way. Hospitalization, sitting down on his chair. For one, the rule of my cooperation was simple and straightforward. Not much landed in his favor. Even though Maniac is a creature of pure logic, it would make sense to lie at this stage. Otherwise, my cooperation would be jeopardized. Beyond that, Bartolomeo Umlek continues. Now that one is a history teacher who would like to drink coffee a lot. If you were to lie about teams Romeo and Juniper, it would make more sense to say that they were done, or at least widely captured. He would have even told you that they had betrayed us, like Raymond Brown and I, and apparently Leo Lionheart. No, Italy saying that the two teams were not only alive, but had escaped. What advantage would he have gained by lying about that? Why would he give us hope? I mean, I can imagine just crush that hope later on. Yes, he was quarantined. Throwing his hands together. It appears our capsule may have been telling the truth. They escaped. They just sat in silence and they each contemplated the news. Each felt a sense of joyful relief from their minds. None more so than tired and cold. For 2 months, they had told the most important people in their lives were dead. But to hear that they managed to escape, the feeling they had could even be put into words. Austin nodded, then stood up and walked to his balcony. Yes, they are alive. More importantly, out of my next cage. For now. Did Tesley?
Hmm?
I have not seen that one before. I know Tesley, but...
I think it means kind of aggressively or intensely, but I know the word exists. It just I don't encounter it often either.
No, it is
Kind of like testy.
No, it is Tesley is very short, very apt. So no how number 3. Not in a way that seems rude or friendly. It can be either rude or friendly or very apt.
Okay.
Indeed. I understand that that was the hidden meaning behind my next word. The other sense of inevitability to them. I tried to wonder if he touched her with an ugly method. Get your face. In the midwife aside hopefully. I can't even imagine what they are going through right now. In the sense, letting her hands together. And we goes back to them eating the cake and having parties in Earth, right? 8 teenagers alone on alien world without their friends or family to support them. They must be so scared and confused. Now I'm pretty sure that we will literally come back to the Batman method where they are right now, just watching TV and eating popcorn.
maybe they really did have their ups and downs. They made some really good friends, but when it comes to fear, they encountered Scarecrow. I mean, they had some moments like that too.
I mean, the beginning was definitely new. That's how I'm let him. Yes, also mission. Doing now. A key part of Brainiac's admission was that he didn't know where the two teams had landed. Or the ship had shipped to the moon too. It could have ended very badly for them, but he refused to believe that. Oh. So yes. He had previously told that the escape was a miraculous impossibility, but he stood proclaiming it to his friends and allies as absolute truth. Yeah, I believe that wherever they may be, they are in good heart and spirit. Yes, they are. They have survived us so far, so I would say they won't again. And yes, we are getting the way better. I knew it. I knew it. But that's gonna be
They
next
did.
time.
They didn't focus on another issue that I thought they would. Um,
Which
but it does
would
sound
be.
like they briefly touched on. Um, Salem's alive, and he killed another administrator of some kind.
Yeah. Maybe they are planning to that, but it makes sense that Austin starts with this one.
Well, sure, this would cheer them up, but as far as the other news is concerned, that might demand action. They need to be on their guard against someone that's confirmed to be alive according to
Yeah.
Brainiac, and she may be a threat to the rest of them, so they gotta prepare themselves. They need to know that.
And Sam is more of a problem than playing their kid to begin with. Because
Yeah, she's inside their bubble along with them, and up to no good still.
though the
Which may
biggest
not be
problem is that Payneck can be killed. He is not invincible. Hear me. For all we know, there is no known way kill her. Because she literally is like Osprey. If she dies, she gets a new body.
well, the last time they covered this, Osprey made it sound like some other person died that was basically like a principal of another academy. That could occur again. Now, maybe Ozpin isn't quite as threatened like that, but still, they need to be on their guard.
I mean, in the show we knew that this principal was actually working with Salem. For Salem.
Until that meeting that Ozpin had with Brainiac, they could have assumed that Salem died.
Yeah, I did assume as well that she might be on the planet. She's not dead because she is invincible, but she might be in space.
Well,
But
for her to be
she
alive,
definitely
she's got
in
to
the
be in
bubble.
one of the pieces he grabbed from the planet.
Yeah. I mean, Salem is one of the many characters who Maniac would very much like to learn about. Because she is infused with Grim, the
Uh,
very essence of Grim.
yeah, you're probably right. In fact, maybe after what Ozpin told him about her, he may be even more interested in her.
Yeah, especially because of immortality.
Right.
But yeah, we are ending right here. I I know it was short. I mean, it was an hour, and half of it was us rambling about stuff. But that's in the usual way how we do this. And not reading as well. So yeah, tomorrow is the usual time we are gonna do the adventure in the TARDIS.
Okay. Probably finish up that chapter.
Yes, I mean this chapter is gonna be there are some cross here and there.
Oh yeah. In fact, with a chapter that long, I would expect that.
Yeah, I'm the only reason I'm saying this one so I can read. There we go. It is still a long one. Oh no, I had the title of the next one that we will have written off. I mean, that's not a surprise. That's one of the Batman villains that we are in the Batman mode now. So, but yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.
You're welcome for us watching.